Dragon. Tonight's reading is going to be a pick a card reading about what does your person want to say to you. So the person you came to this reading about, your love interest, what is it they want to say to you? I'm going to use some message cards to get messages from your person, and then I'm going to clarify those with the tarot, followed up by oracle cards. So your choices are laid before you. The purple one is number 1. Orange is number 2. Green is number 3. Okay? So what you're going to want to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose nice and slow, and out through the mouth nice and slow. When you open your eyes, the first item you see is the pile you go with. Okay? As always, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. And thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get started with pile 1. Alright, welcome pile 1. Let's see what messages your person has for you. I'm shuffling the messages from your person cards. I pre-shuffled off camera, so I'm just going to shuffle a couple more times. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification to receive notifications when I upload a new video. Meditate on your person, picture their face. Let's see what they have to say. So for pile 1, what does pile 1's person have to say to them today? Let me get 2 more. Like I said, I'm going to expand on the cards using the tarot. Pile 1. Okay, pile 1. The first message that we have from your person is that there's someone else I have to deal with first. So this looks like it's a third-party reading. If it is, you would know about it. If not, this might not be the right reading for you because this person is saying that they need to deal with someone else first. So I'm going to get some clarification on that using the tarot, Golden Universal Tarot. Spirit, please clarify why pile 1's person is saying that there's someone else they have to deal with first. What can you tell us about that? And this might be someone from their past, from their childhood, or someone that they have children with. Okay. So I feel that while they're having to deal with this person, this is a soulmate, maybe a karmic soulmate, they do have memories of you that helps to get them through, their lonely times when they're thinking about you, when they're missing you. They draw on memories of you. But this is the person that they are having to deal with first. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or in the chart, or have those traits. Okay. Next we have the Two of Wands in reverse. So this is talking about wanting to start something new, being in the planning stages, but that's not really working out. So this person once looked at this opportunity with this person from their past or someone that makes them feel nostalgic, maybe reminds them of someone from their past, but either way, they felt there was an opportunity with them, and it's just not working out, and they're having a hard time seeing a future with this person. And this is, Wands energy, that's fire energy. Then we have the Three of Swords in reverse, that's air energy. So as a result of this letdown, this disappointment with regard to achieving something with this person, they, have had their feelings hurt, and they are suffering, a sense of loss and heartache regarding this connection with this other person. But the good news is that they're coming out of that. They're starting to heal. They're in the very early stages of healing, and getting over something from their past that harmed them. Okay? The Two of Wands, in this relationship reading, it does talk, somebody that more or less puts their own needs, wants, and desires first and foremost in a romantic connection. So for that reason alone, that isn't the best way to start or try to advance a romantic connection. You're always supposed to have a balance between the wants and needs of both of the people involved, and this person was not able to do that. And it could be because, they're thinking and remembering you, and that created a wedge between this connection with this other person that prevented them from really envisioning and making action steps towards a future with this person. But it has caused hurt feelings in their current connection, and it's something that they're beginning to heal from, and it does show an ending to this connection with their current person as well. So the next message from your person is, I'm freeing myself from the karmic. So as I said, this is a soulmate that they're with currently, and obviously it's a karmic soulmate. So this is someone that they had past life karma to work out and to sort of pay back in order to fulfill their life mission. And they're letting you know that they are freeing themselves from that person. So let's get clarification on that card to see if we can learn more. Spirit, regarding I'm freeing myself from the karmic, what else can you tell us, please? We've got the Six of Pentacles. So this person has given all that they can give to this connection, and they can't give any more. Maybe at the start it was more of an equal give and take between the two parties, but maybe it's not as much anymore. And if this is a third party situation currently where you are involved with this person while they're involved with someone else, they are going to start giving more back to you as opposed to this other person who they may have given to more before. So clarify the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this person is coming, out of a time of indecision, being, stuck in their mind about not knowing what choice to make, and this has really led them to feeling, just unhappy, and maybe they were in this situation or connection because the money was better, or they thought they would have more financial security in this connection, but it was more about that than it was about love and affection. And in order to free themselves, they are working on it. They've made the decision to work on it, and they've learned, that money and resources or things or image or whatever the case may be, that's not everything. It's not bringing them happiness, so they're fighting their way free. But at the same time, this is a time of watching and waiting, and it's a time of taking a break from the action before returning to the battle of removing themselves from this connection, because they do see, happier times ahead. They have experienced unhappiness in their current connection or with this third party situation the way that it currently is, and they're wanting to move away from it now, work their way out of it, free themselves from it, as the cards say, so that they can experience more happiness in their life. And I feel that, they're in such a stressed out, you know, heartbroken or hurt place right now where they're at, that even their imaginings of what the future holds for them is still not as bright as it could be with the Sun card in reverse, because that's just how low they are currently. But they do know that by freeing themselves from this karmic, they are going to have happier days ahead. Okay. And the Sun card being a major arcana, that is Leo energy, for those of you who like to know the signs. So the next message from your person is, you leaving really opened my eyes. So evidently you left. So if this was the third party situation, you left because you didn't want to be involved in that, or this person went back to an ex perhaps, or someone from their past after losing you in the relationship. Let's see. Spirit, why is you leaving really open my eyes here? Pile 1. We've got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is talking about someone who seeks wisdom and understanding, who connects with spirit. It also speaks that your connection is a spiritual one. Their eyes were opened to the spiritual nature of the connection. Perhaps this person was withholding of their feelings, keeping secrets from you, not being clear, leaving things mysterious between the two of you, and that was part of what caused you to walk away. But now their eyes are open, and I feel that they are ready to be more forthcoming and more open and honest about the way they feel for you. And as such, they're finding this connection between the two of you to be less of a burden. Maybe before they didn't feel that they were worthy of this connection, that they were settling for something that, they didn't really want, because they didn't think they deserved to have this strong spiritual connection with someone. And so that's why they withheld their feelings. That's why they involved you in the third party situation. That's why there was deception, and now they're ready to take a break from that. So we've already seen progress within this reading, from the 9 of Wands in reverse to the 10 of Wands in reverse, talking about, moving out of this waiting period and continuing to put the work in towards ending this current cycle and ending it with a karmic. They realize they deserve better, and they are healing from the situation with the 5 of Cups in reverse. So they regret their actions in the past. They feel remorse about the way things have ended up between the two of you. You're leaving really open their eyes that they need to just cut their losses in their current situation and accept the love that you have to offer, if that love is still available. Because if this card was upright, then we'd have the 2 of Cups, which speaks of mutual love and mutual respect between the two of you. But it is in reverse, so this person is healing, but at the same time they question whether or not that 2 of Cups still exists for them. And maybe they're looking at you and thinking that maybe you've had it, you're not willing to put in any more work, it was the last straw and for you, and you're not willing to go forward in the connection, and they can't read you. They find you mysterious, and they don't know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and so this gives them pause too, and makes them wonder if they have a chance with you. Because we have the next message card from your person is, I'm afraid I missed my chance with you. So your person's afraid they missed their chance with you. So let's get clarification on that card. Alright, we've got the Tower in reverse. So the Tower in reverse says that this person, resisted ending their current situation, and that is what resulted in this devastation between the two of you, or the ending of your connection, whatever the case may be. Take what resonates as always. But they saw this ending coming with the karmic, but they weren't willing to make the necessary changes that were needed to sort of correct the situation. But there really wasn't much that they could do, because it was always destined to end between them and the karmic. And so, a Tower moment is pretty upsetting thing to happen for whatever reason, and it's really rocked your person's boat. It's really, got them up in arms and they feel out of control. But it's because the universe is clearing the karmic situation away to make way for this new relationship with you, I feel, or a reconciliation with them, if you're going to, or if you will allow them back. I feel that you have options open at this time, but you do desire to reconnect with this person. They seriously do desire to reconnect with you, but again, they're wondering how much emotion is left between the two of you, because they find you hard to read with the Empress card. And they don't see you putting in the work that you were putting in before, because maybe you have learned your worth and you are healing as well. And since that's really opened their eyes, they just see now the error of their ways, and what a disaster this whole situation has been, how it hurt you, it hurt them, it hurt the third party. But again, it was something that was meant to happen. It could have happened maybe differently or faster if your person had faced up to certain things, but that's all water under the bridge, because now what they're faced with is options about what to do, and they really just don't know what their options are at this time. So one of their options might be to leave their options open indefinitely if they feel that they don't have a chance with you. But another thing that the Seven of Cups in reverse can talk about is moving out of the daydreaming phase to the action phase of making things happen and going after your desires. So let's get some more clarification. Yep. They really, you know what, this card is saying that it's likely that, you're not going to give them another chance. So that might apply for some of you. If it doesn't, this reading is for multiple different people who watch the video, so it's general. But the Judgment in reverse is talking about not giving a second chance. And if not, this person really fears that you're not going to give them a second chance, that just too much upset has happened in the connection between the two of you due to this third party situation, and you're moving on, you're healing, and you're in your power, and you're just kind of focusing on you and your own studies, whatever it is you're into, that's absorbing your attention away from this person. So maybe for the time being you're not going to accept them back, or you don't forgive them, or you will accept them back but it won't work out in the long run because you haven't forgiven them, or you're only looking at, the bad things that have happened when you really need to weigh the good and the bad. Let's get another card here. Or you don't, if you just want to walk away, but okay. And the Hanged Man in reversed. So this card can talk about, this is the Pisces energy card, but it can talk about taking action, not being in stagnation anymore, and moving towards you, and moving towards their judgment, facing the music, even if it's going to be hard for them to risk the rejection that looks like it's coming from you. It's something that, they are considering doing, because they're done with the stagnation, and they're done trying to figure out, the best path forward. It's just kind of now or never. And so they've learned all they need to learn from this situation, and now it's time for them to take some action. But also, the Hanged Man in reverse can say that that this person is refusing to learn their lessons. And I think we did see you know, with the Tower in reverse, that they were resistant in letting this current connection end, even though they knew that it wasn't going to end right or end well. Um, and they didn't hear the wake up call regarding that, and as a result of that, that's why they're going through hard times at this time. But I do feel more that this is about them coming out of their stagnation. Now, whether or not they're going to actually take a move towards you, that's going to be different for all of you, for the simple fact that they don't really think they still have a chance with you. So let's get another card here. Yeah, they are more than likely going to move towards you with some sort of an offer. This is another water sign card, and it does talk about someone coming towards you with an offer, a kind and affectionate one. The knight with the cup of love moving towards you with the message or an offer of some kind, maybe just getting together, some sort of effort to let you know they still care about you. And they are still watching you. They're keeping an eye on you to try to decide if it's going to be worth their efforts to come towards you, and if they do, will you reject them? So they might be spying on your social media or keeping an eye on you through friends if you know mutual people. Yeah, they do want to talk to you. They do want to tell you how they feel. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, which talks about an apology. So this person, like I said before, with the Five of Cups, regrets how things went between the two of you, and they know that they were sneaky and that they didn't tell you how they felt, and they want to make up for that by telling you how they feel. And I think that even though you might not desire a second chance with them for everything they put you through, it looks like they are more than likely going to attempt some sort of contact or some sort of offer to let you know how they feel, so that even if you don't accept them back, at least then they'll know how to proceed as far as their options go. So I'm going to pull a Romance Angels card, and I think I'm going to do an Angels Answers as well. So if you have a question that you'd like me to ask the Angels Answers card, think of that question. Start thinking about that, because we'll get to that in a minute. So, beginning with the Romance Angels. Spirit, what can you tell us about Pile 1's person and their connection? What can you add to this reading, please? You deserve love. You are lovable. And I think that you've come to the realization that you do deserve love, and you weren't getting this from this person. This is why you would be hesitant to take them back when they approach you. Also, I feel that this is talking about your person. That's why they're leaving this connection with the karmic. They realize they deserve love. They deserve to be happy. They settled for something that they don't want, and now they're looking for the real deal. They're looking for an emotion-based connection rather than one that, makes them look good or gives them something. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you together. So this person is calling you in. They realize the error of the ways, and they're sorry. They did you're leaving or distancing yourself from this person really opened their eyes, and they're freeing themselves from this other person. This karmic connection is done, the contract is fulfilled, and they're ready to move towards their soulmate. They consider you their soulmate, and they're just worried that they've missed their chance with you. But if you want this person back, you can be receptive to their call. As we saw with the Knight of Cups, they are moving towards you. Otherwise, you can manifest prayer and do affirmations, once a day for 5 minutes to sort of move things along a little quicker and ensure that this person does indeed get in contact with you again, if that's what you want. But it is certainly what they want. Make the effort. And then we got the make the effort card. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Earlier in the reading, I wondered if with the judgment card in reverse, this person felt that it was worth coming towards you, because it looks like they feel that you've judged them harshly, and that you're not going to be receptive to their call, not going to be receptive to a second chance. But this card is saying indeed that they are going to make that effort. Okay, so very positive reading. Also, I feel that, this card is saying to you, make the effort, that this is a great love, this is a soulmate, and it is worth pursuing, because you do deserve love. This card talks about love from all sources, particularly from yourself, but it does also talk about love, romantic love, and that interests you, or you wouldn't be at this reading right now. So this person wants you back. They're freeing themselves from their previous circumstances. So I'm going to do the Angel Answers card now. So think of a question. See if we can get some sort of cohesive answer from the Angel Answers card for your questions. One question. In the near future. So in the near future, whatever you're asking about is going to happen. So if you asked if this person is really going to contact you, they are in the near future, okay? And whatever else you might have asked, it's coming to you, okay? All right, pile one, that's all I have for you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that was able to help in some way. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. And welcome, pile two. Let's get some messages from your person, shall we? Let's see what they have to say to you. I pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to shuffle them one more time. See what comes out for you. What does pile two's person wish to say to them, Spirit? If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for all my new subscribers, and I do appreciate those of you who comment down below. It does help to give the video traction so that more viewers can see it. What does pile two's person want to say to them, Spirit? Oh wow, okay. So this card came out in the last reading as well. I'm afraid I missed my chance with you. So if more cards come out in this reading that are similar to the last reading, I might recommend that you go back and watch that one, but let's see. And I did shuffle these cards very well, and there are 100 messages in this deck, so the odds that would come out again aren't exactly high. I'm going to pull two more, and then we will clarify the messages with the tarot cards. After that, I will pull a Romance Angels card, and then at the end, I'll have you think of a question, and we'll ask the Angel Answers card for an answer for you. See if we can get an answer, okay? Pile two, what does their person want to say to them? So, I'm afraid I missed my chance with you. So evidently they've done something wrong. You two aren't together right now, it looks like. And you are on their mind though, so let's check this out. Clarify with the tarot cards. Alright, so here we have the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So what the Five of Pentacles is saying that this person, with regard to they're afraid they missed their chance with you, maybe they went for another option. They moved away from a situation with you that they felt, you guys might have had a rocky connection, or maybe it was just unsteady, unstable, unsure, so they saw, another opportunity. As we see with this card here, the Seven of Cups talks about, it shows a guy looking at all these golden cups with these different options in them. The face of another person is here. Actually, there's a couple people there. And so this person, moved towards something else, whether that be, another person in terms of a romantic interest or another opportunity of some kind. And as a result, they fear that they've missed their chance with you. Because what happened is it didn't turn out well with the Five of Pentacles. And now they feel left out in the cold by you. You're probably giving them the cold shoulder, and rightfully so if they chose someone else over you, or if they just didn't return your affections in equal measure. But regardless, I feel that, either their money is poor right now, or emotionally they're poor right now. They're having a hard time with regards to their emotions for you and not feeling like connected to you. And so, well, it seemed like whatever opportunity they were going towards, whatever option they were choosing, they thought it was going to turn out great, but all it did was end up leaving them feel impoverished, whether that's financially or emotionally. I think this person does think about this a lot. I mean, how can they not think about it a lot? It's quite a mistake to sort of underestimate someone, or to neglect a connection and think that you're making the right choice, or that you're choosing better, to find out that you actually chose worse and that things are worse for you. It's quite a mistake. So the next card is I wake up thinking about you every day. So yep, they do. We see that with the Seven of Cups, that's fantasizing, daydreaming about you, and then the Six of Swords swords are also about thinking and thoughts. So this person wakes up thinking about you every day. Thinking about how they screwed up, more than likely. Thinking about how they hurt you too. They're thinking about, they put down these wands. They were feeling burdened by your connection, and so they took a break from the connection, and instead of completing whatever hard times you were going through, so that you guys could move on to a new beginning together, or a new phase in your relationship that would benefit you both and bring you happiness, they just sort of gave up. They just couldn't bear the burden of it anymore. They just sort of felt like, maybe they didn't deserve you. This is a card, again, that came out in the first reading, so you might go and look at the first reading as well for more messages. But the fact that they think about you every day, I think it probably interferes with their work, When they're at work, they're thinking about you. It interferes with their work, but it also lightens their load and makes their day go a little bit brighter. It gives them something to look forward to. You know what I mean? When you think about something or someone that you love or care for, or happy memories or thoughts, then when you're at work, especially, that takes your mind off your work and, gives you a little boost throughout the day. And I feel that this person is doing that. Okay. Got the Strength card here. So it's going to take a lot, and it has taken a lot of courage and strength on the part of this person to really admit that they screwed up. They screwed up big time with this connection, and that they shouldn't have left you out in the cold. They shouldn't have left themselves open or vulnerable to other options. They shouldn't have even been considering other options. So I think that all of this has caused them to get their ego in check, and really come to terms with what it was inside of them that was causing them, to not behave rationally, and not to not do the loving thing. They were following their ego instead of their heart, and so this connection is coming back around with the two of you, and perhaps they're even looking at you as the one that can tame their ego, or the one that kept them balanced. They feel like you were really good yin to their yang. You're really good balancer, somebody who complements their energy very well, that helps them to feel strong and gives them courage. The courage to go on and complete what they need to complete in their lives, whatever that might be. So they think about that, and they think about you as, a potential higher level commitment, but definitely as somebody that complements them, someone who is very strong and very gentle and very mature, and that they could have an adult relationship, a grown-up relationship with you, something meaningful. The other cards that came out were the Fool in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Fool in reverse is talking about, just making a hasty decision, not considering all your options, and jumping off a cliff. Basically, he set off on a path and thought he was moving towards something better, and then it didn't work out. Not only didn't it work out, it was a disaster. And they do feel foolish about it. There is, maybe they were gullible. Somebody talked them into something, a course of action that made it sound all good, and then they got there and they realized that, they were gullible and naive, and now they're having to grow up and face the reality that they were misled by this other person, or by their own ego and the desire to, not put in the work but take a shortcut, and that shortcut led them to a dead end. And this is what they're considering now with the Nine of Wands in reverse, that they don't feel like fighting anymore. If they don't want to fight for whatever, they don't want to fight with you anymore. They really don't want to fight with you anymore. They don't want to fight with their ego anymore. They just want to be happy, and they just want to feel balanced again. And so they're going to come out of this time of stagnation with the Hanged Man in reverse, because, if they haven't figured out the answers by now, they're not going to figure them out. So they're just ready to take some action, I feel. And there is some, self-pity going on with this combination of cards. Feeling sorry for yourself, feeling stupid, feeling foolish, that you weren't wise enough to invest your efforts in a worthy, course of action, and instead, it just backfired and everything. But at least this person is willing to do something about it now and learn from their mistakes. And this is what they think about. They not only do they think about you, when they wake up every day, but they think about how they can fix this with you. And also, I think they're hard on themselves about the way that they treated you as well. So of the major arcanas, we've got the Strength card is Leo, if I didn't say that, and the Hangman is Pisces. The Fool card, I know somebody said that it was Aries, but I actually not sure that it is. I think I read somewhere else that it was something else, but we'll go with Aries for now. So I'm going to go on to the I hate waiting as much as you do. So again, this speaks to the two of you being apart, not being together, and wanting to be together. So this person thinks that you're waiting for them and that you hate it. So they obviously do still feel that you have feelings for them. It's a little bit different from pile one, whereas pile one, the person pretty much, didn't know if you had feelings for them. So this person hates waiting as much as you do. Let's get some clarification on that. They want a new start with you. They feel a spiritual connection with you, and they want to bring clarity to this connection. Maybe the two of you have communicated recently, or you will soon communicate, where you'll let each other know that you've both been waiting on each other. Neither one of you have really let this go. But there is, a loving new connection or a new beginning that's more truthful, honest, and aware that's coming in for this connection with the Ace of Swords. They want to cut through the crap and just let you know that, they hate waiting. They want a new start with you. They feel that you are someone that understands them, that you're an intellectual equal. They like talking to you. They don't want to wait anymore. With the Queen of Swords here, so we're getting some strong energy here. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This is someone who has been through a lot of heartbreak, but has become wiser because of it. And it talks about there being, a connection that's more, logical and rooted and grown from, grown from your pain, like a lotus flower grows from the mud. This is what the Queen of Swords represents. And so this is how they're seeing you. But also they're seeing you as someone that wields a sword yourself, so you're their match. And like I said, with the Strength card, they see you as someone that complements them, that someone can help control them, control the beast within, so to speak. And so they know that as long as they're on the same team as you and they're treating you right, or at least this is what they're thinking, that you're going to give them 110%, that you're going to make a wonderful partner for them. And they feel they do want to be on your team. They certainly don't want you as an enemy, because the Queen of Swords is no one to mess with. But this is what's being said. They want a new start with the Queen of Swords. And they want to come at you, in the way that they feel that you'll be the most receptive. Let's get another card for this message. Got the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun card. So what this person is wanting with you is, a high level commitment or a marriage. With the Ten of Pentacles here, with both the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, we're talking about a spiritually guided union. So I feel that you are being spiritually supported by passed over relatives. That could be, I really feel that strongly with these two cards, that it is spiritually supported, and that your person is wanting to talk to you about a new beginning that they're hoping will lead to will lead to a commitment. Perhaps moving in together, but certainly some sort of coupling up or partnership that will result in you having a solid and stable home together, marriage together, one that is supported by family, both living and on the other side, and that will be financially good as well. And with the Sun card, it is saying that, this is happiness, this is seeing a bright future with you. It's also talking about more clarity, wanting to bring clarity in the connection, and feeling free and happy and childlike again, so that you can recover from some of the pain that they put you through, I feel. And they want to see you smiling and rejoicing. They want to play with you. They just want they just want to bring sunshine into your life, but they also view you as their sunshine. And then, with the Strength card as well, that's 2 Leo energy cards there. So one or both of you have those traits, but they think that you make a great team, or that you could make a great team. And they have really serious intentions, according to the cards, for you. Might even want to have a child with you, but they certainly want to nurture this relationship and give to it what they didn't give to it before. Yeah, this is very positive. This is a green light right here with these 2 cards. With the Strength and the Sun together, and love reading, that is a green light that says, go for it. So they don't want to wait anymore. They want to go for it. They want to have it all with you. At the very least, they want to talk to you about it. They don't want to wait anymore. They want to get back in touch and have a new start. So the last message card here is, what happened between us wasn't personal. Please don't take it that way. So this is what had you feeling left out in the cold and made them feel like maybe they've missed a chance with you. That's got them, waking up thinking about you and what they did and what a fool they were and how they should have put in the work. And that you were the only one that really, balanced them out or made them feel complete, in a sense. So let's get a card for this. Okay. Oh. So what happened between us wasn't personal. Evidently, they were viewing you as an obstacle in the past, that you guys were clashing. We've got the Seven of Wands, which talks about overcoming obstacles, fighting, and if it wasn't that you guys were fighting each other, it was that there was a lot of outside influences affecting this connection that your person felt really overburdened by, because we saw the Ten of Staffs earlier, and now we've got the Seven of Staffs saying, that they really had to fight, and that it just felt like, you were adversaries in a sense. And so this contributed to them, going in another direction, but I feel that they are charging right back towards you. Now, this card does also represent sharp words being said, or somebody, who's in their ego and who is wanting to argue. But I think that, since this is coming out to clarify this card, what happened between us wasn't personal. Don't take it that way. They're not wanting to fight with you anymore, that's for sure. I think they just want to rush in towards you. And the Knights rush pretty fast. So, I would expect communication from this person. I just feel that they want to fight with you. Not with you, but if there are any obstacles that are continuing to stand in the way of this connection, they want to fight, along your side against those obstacles. And maybe they want to tell you that that's what they should have done from the start, instead of letting those obstacles negatively affect this connection or put doubts in their heads about you. We've got the Moon card. So, and a lot of what they were fighting had to do with, their own illusions about what kind of life they wanted to live, and not being down to earth and in touch with their own desires, and just being sort of, immature and valuing the wrong things. So this is a form of self-deception, and they deceive themselves with regard to the connection because of, their childhood. Maybe they had, a rough childhood, or they didn't have very good role models. They just had these childish, ideas about what a relationship was going to look like, or what they wanted to be when they grew up, and those ideas were still in their subconscious mind. So when they were involved with you at first, it was like they didn't see how they were going to be able to attain whatever that might have been, if it was material things, or if it was just, thinking that all that glitters is gold, wanting something shiny and new, and not thinking, that they could have that with you. But now they realize that they were mistaken, because they're waiting to have this with you. They're waiting. It doesn't get shinier and more golden than the ten of coins, really, or the sun. Those are two very shiny and golden cards. So I think they were just stuck on the past and like old points of view, and that created fear within them about their future, of having something real with someone that maybe they didn't feel that they deserved. And they're ready to accept. Why wouldn't they want to accept a relationship or a connection, with these beautiful cards? And they have regrets about the way that they treated you. They say that it wasn't personal. So again, that's where I'm led to say that it was about, their past, and their own personal, lunacy, basically, with the Moon card. Maybe they suffer some sort of mental health issue, or just, again, just really deep fears that came from their past that they need to get over. And they've worked through them now, but they had to make these mistakes to get to a place to realize that that they can't get you off their mind, and they don't want you thinking that this was all your fault, or that you did something wrong because you had these conflicts between you. Because maybe they did view you or treat you as an adversary, because they were afraid, again, that they didn't deserve what you had to offer, so they were just trying to self-sabotage or sabotage the connection and fight you. So take what resonates on that. They just could have been resistant. It couldn't have been like an arguing or yelling match or anything like that. Could have just been resistant to your efforts to connect with them. They had their guard up. So let's get a card from the Romance Angels. Spirit, tell us more about this connection for pile 2, choice 2, regarding their love interest. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, so they feel that you could be the one, that they've already met the romantic partner they seek. Again, this Children card came out. Your love life is being affected by children. So with the Six of Cups in reverse, I do think that there was some childhood issues that they needed to work through, some inner child healing that they needed to do, and so I think that they have done that. They're having these regrets about the connection and the way they treated you, so they've learned some lessons, and they do think that you could be the one. They do want to have the Ten of Coins, this marriage, these children, this family together. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring, and faith will bring you romance. So positive thinking and faith will bring forth romance. So stay optimistic about this connection if you want this to happen, pile 2. Your person certainly is. They do want to come towards you and communicate, at the very least, let you know what's up. That they're tired of waiting, so that we saw them rushing in, and there's this really kind of urgent energy now that they've realized the error of their ways, that they want to rush in and communicate with you. It's, because they see you as their match, as their partner, someone they could have it all with, as the one. So now I'm going to pull a card from Angel Answers. So think of a question. See if the cards can address it for you. Okay, forgiveness. So there is some forgiveness that needs to take place here in order for this connection to move forward. This card is saying, this person treated you poorly in the past. They want you to know it wasn't personal, but you might still, have hurt feelings about it, and so you need to work through those in order to forgive, for this connection to come together. And then a year from now. So everything that I'm talking about in this reading is going to happen within a year from now, being that a year from now, you will see evidence of this reading coming to fruition, of these things happening. You're going to hear from this person within that time frame. You're going to, they're going to express, regret, and that how they treated you, and from walking away from you, and also, they're going to let you know, through their actions or their words, or maybe both, how they think about you all the time. They can't get you off their mind, and they miss you. Okay. Alright, thank you for tuning in. Pile 2, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. Hit the bell notification to receive notifications when I upload a new video, and I appreciate your watching. Have a good one. Alright, welcome Pile 3. This is your reading to get messages from your person, so let's see what they have to say to you. I've pre-shuffled the cards in advance, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them a couple more times. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and thank you to all my new subscribers as well. I appreciate that. That does keep the channel going and allows me to stay on here making and doing more readings for you. So, for Pile 3, what does their person want to say to them? Alright. We've got I'm listening to my higher self's guidance is the first card. And then I'm going to pull just a couple more cards here. Okay. So I'm going to clarify these cards with the tarot. But first let's look at the messages. So listening to my higher self's guidance, they say. Your person is listening to their higher self's guidance regarding you or something in this connection, most likely you. The next card is, you didn't deserve the way I treated you and I regret it. So they treated you some kind of way. They know that you didn't deserve it and they regret it. I'm leaning on my friends to get me through this difficult time. So having a difficult time without you, or due to this argument or fight, conflict that you've had, and they're leaning on their friends. I know I took advantage of you, but I learned my lesson when I lost you. So evidently there, is a split. They have lost you, or they feel that they've lost you. So if that doesn't resonate, then, this might not be the right reading for you. However, in all the readings that I've done today are pretty much along the lines of this lovers and separation, okay? So let's see. Tarot, what can you tell me about I'm listening to my higher self's guidance? In fact, let's get clarification on all of the cards, please, Spirit. For Pile 3, clarification. So regarding listening to their higher self's guidance, they feel really imbalanced at present, the situation. They haven't received a lot of guidance, I feel, but they're trying to tune in to their higher self's guidance with this card about the way that they treated you and how you gave more in the connection than they did, or at least that's what they feel. So due to the fact that there was, unequal give and take, one person had more power in the connection than the other, this person is leaning or looking to their higher self to try to understand what is it inside of them that made them feel that they needed to behave this way. And also, I think it's a disconnect that they have from spirit, that they feel that they need to control you or others in their environment, or somehow derive power from other sources because they're disconnected from spirit. Spirit is the true source of all power that we humans can receive, and since they haven't been exactly connected to spirit or their higher self, they're trying to do that now, and they realize the importance of doing that now. So they're trying to get their power and their rejuvenation, their guidance from their higher self instead of from other sources like you, where they were getting it unjustly and in a way that hurt you. For you didn't deserve the way I treated you and I regret it, we've got the Sun card. So the Sun card is a positive card. It could just mean this person is a Leo or has it in their chart, but it's also talking about that they have clarity about the fact that they didn't treat you correctly, that there was unequal give and take, and that they hurt you, and they regret it. They have a lot of regrets about it. They were too busy having a good time, thinking about their own wants, desires, their own needs, and they're pretty self-focused, which is this shadow side of the Sun card. Is, the shadow side of the Sun card is being arrogant or egotistical or self-focused, selfish. So, there is a tendency with that. However, it is softened by the Sun card, so it's saying, that they want to treat you in a better way. They want to nurture your connection and nurture you. They realize that you've earned it, you deserve it, and they should have done it all along. They're really getting clarity and understanding and seeing this clearly now. And they would like to, lift your burdens and allow you to, you to have your day in the sun, and to shine their warmth on you because, you've done that for them, and they don't, they don't want to let you get away, and they don't want you to leave this connection thinking that they didn't deeply care about you, or that they were completely uninterested in your happiness and your pleasure or in your joy, because they are interested in it now. It just took them a while and some, tough lessons in order for them to see that and get clarity about that. And for I'm leaning on my friends to get me through this difficult time. So yeah, their friends are helping them to heal through this difficult time because they feel that they've lost you. They realize that they've made mistakes with this connection, that they really hurt you, and they feel a lot of self-pity about that. Even though that you were the one that was more hurt than they were, take what resonates. They do feel self-pity and feeling sorry for themselves, but they're coming out of that. They're healing from this breakup between the two of you. And their friends are helping them to do that and helping them to see that there might still be a chance for you. They're being encouraging, I feel. The friends are being encouraging that there might be a chance between the two of you still, even though they've experienced loss regarding this connection. There's a possibility the two of you can still come together and make something work. So I feel that this is what their friends are saying to them. And this is really helping to lift their mood and get them out of the self-pitying state and the state of regret. I mean, they still feel the regret, but uncontrolled regret or self-pity is not useful. It doesn't inspire you to action. So I feel like, with the healing, this person is going to be more in a position to take action towards you if that's what they choose to do. And I know I took advantage of you, but I learned my lesson when I lost you. So we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse, and so this is fire sign energy. Doesn't have to be, but the Queen of Wands in reverse is talking about someone, as a situation. This was, a very conflicted and upsetting situation. That if you are represented by the Queen of Wands, it really, put you in bitch mode. It made you lose your temper and made you feel like you just had it. You didn't want anything more to do with the situation, because when you are in your power, you are very well balanced. You have good emotional intelligence. You're a friendly, supportive person who can take care of business and take care of the relationships just fine, and you're a real friend to whoever you care about in your life. But when the Queen is in reverse, she's basically the opposite of that. Someone that just doesn't have time for anybody's BS, is extremely impatient because they spent all their patience, so now they just have no patience for nobody, and and really just kind of don't want to hear it. They're in a bad temperament. So this could represent you or your person. I feel like, if you're the feminine, it's probably representing you, but the fact that they took advantage of you, they realized that they made a mistake when you turned on them, you know, because the card is saying that they lost you. So if they lost you, that means, you left or you retreated. And for that to happen, you would have had to have turned on them, or let yourself get dark on them, and really sort of embody your shadow side and become, sort of hateful and angry and impatient, and just like you've had it. And so they're sorry for that, because they know they took advantage of you, and they're taking advantage of your kindness is what causes to happen. Because a lot of times with this card upright and its positive energy, this is someone who is very kind and very confident. And so people just assume that this card, doesn't have any feelings, or is not very sensitive, so that they can, or that they're always going to be there because they're so naturally loyal that, that they can behave any kind of crazy way, and that you're always going to be there because, you're not that sensitive, or because you're very loyal, so you'll put up with it. And it's like, no, that's not the truth. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness, because as kind as I can be is as fucking bitchy as I can be. Pardon my French, but we're adults here. So, yeah. They're learning the error of their ways, but they had to learn it the hard way by getting you to act out of character. So, what else do we want to look at? So what is their higher self telling them? What guidance are they getting from their higher self, besides that they need to be more equal in their give and take in this connection? Let's look at that. Their higher self is telling them that you are the one, that you're someone that, they love, that they should have mutual love and respect for. The higher self is shown here as this angel sort of guiding these two lovers together, and this is a card of reconciliation and reunion. So it's the Lover's card of the Minor Arcana, so it's a very important card and one of the most romantic cards in the tarot deck. So the higher self is telling them, look, buddy, you treated this person this way, the opposite of how you should have been treating them. You weren't giving equally in the connection, and you took advantage. So, in order to have this Two of Cups, where you guys come back together and share your cups of love together, and have a loving romantic partnership that could potentially end up in a marriage or higher level commitment, you are guided to correct yourself, because this is a soulmate, and they deserve better. And so if you want to have this great love, and you want to reconcile with this person that you love and who you really do respect, and you've learned to respect, then you need to, come together and heal whatever it is within yourself that emotionally caused you to behave badly towards your soulmate. So that's what the higher self is telling him. This is your soulmate. Wake up. Act right. Be fair. Treat them with the respect they deserve. Alright. We have two cards about them regretting, how they treated you, or them treating badly. So out of curiosity, I'm just going to see, how did they treat you badly? Like, what did they do? Well, they ignored you. They were apathetic towards you. You had these warm feelings for them. You were good to them, and not only did they not, reciprocate, they just took it for granted. They just were cold. They were cold towards you. They didn't see you for who you were and for what you had to offer. They ignored you. They could have cared less at certain points. You were doing your best towards the connection, and they were just like aloof and stuck in their own, their own issues and emotional problems or whatever they were going through in their life, that they just couldn't acknowledge what you had to offer. And maybe it's because, they were depressed, or they didn't feel they deserved you. Because if you're showing up in the Queen of Wands energy, you're quite a catch. And so if this person has low self-esteem, as I sense that they do from this card, then, that would have been part of the reason why they weren't able to give back to you, or even to acknowledge you as the person that you were, to see you truly for who you were. Because to see you truly for who you are, then they would have to face the fact that they didn't feel good enough for you, and they didn't want to do that. The good thing about this card being in reverse is it does talk about, you coming, them coming out of that state, and we saw that already with them learning their lesson. And that's causing them to come out of this depressive state and heal whatever they need to heal, face whatever they need to face, and look for an opportunity in ways that they can have a new start with you. They're trying to figure out how they can move forward and how they can take some action, as opposed to just sitting there. They're ready to take some action and again, find hope and find a little excitement in the idea that, hey, maybe this can go somewhere. Maybe I can fix this. Now that I see this person for who they are, maybe I can still seize this opportunity, or recreate the opportunity, or at least attempt to, because now they value you and see you for your worth. It's too bad it took so long. I'm just curious. So the friends are, sort of guiding them, I feel, in a positive way towards you, and saying that, there's still a chance for the two of you, and trying to comfort them by saying that. Let's see what else the friends are saying. Or what friends are they leaning on during this difficult time, maybe? Hermit card. All right, so they might be leaning on a Virgo friend, or somebody who, is a wise person, a more spiritually evolved person than they are. We see that your person has gone within to communicate with their higher power, but there might be a friend that they have who is also pretty much in touch with spirituality, or at least more so than your love interest is. And so this is someone that's been able to enlighten them on what they really want in life, and how to get their wishes fulfilled, and if you're their wish, how to go after it. So I do feel that your person, has withdrawn quite a bit due to the blow they've received in losing you in the connection, but the friends, have drawn them out enough to say, I want to be there for you and be supportive, and that you can lean on me. But I do feel that one of their friends is in this hermit energy, and is someone who's maybe been there, done that, and has the wisdom from experience to share about how to fix this connection and why they should. Or just someone that's more spiritually evolved than they are. Because with the Ten of Wands in reverse, this person might be taking a break. Somebody's taking a break from the rat race in order to, reflect on what they really want out of life. So this could be someone that your person used to work with, but does no longer, or someone who's gone on some sort of a spiritual retreat presently or in the past, and this giving them, a unique perspective to help your person with their current circumstances with you. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Seven of Cups, which talks about fantasizing, daydreaming, and considering options. So they're definitely considering ways to fix this connection, because they're being guided to heal it and come back together with you and have a reconciliation with the Two of Cups. And so they do fantasize about you quite a bit, think about you, you're on their mind. So let's get Romance Angels card, see what the Romance Angels have to say about this. release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So I feel that this is what you've done. You've released this person. They feel that you have. And in so doing, you've chosen yourself and your own healing and putting yourself first. And they're seeing you, letting them go. And this has worried them, because they feel that they've lost you. Let's get clarification on that card. Part of the reason that this person may have been emotionally disconnected from you is because maybe they had difficulty releasing their ex, the person they were with before you, or somebody that had hurt them in the past. That could be as well. It's often the case, isn't it? And we've got the Scorpio card, the Death card in reverse, and we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, this person was holding on very much to heartbreak, or at the very least not wanting to let something go, not wanting to let something die. And it could have just been, the memory of a time when they were with someone else who they had, been through some tough times with, and for that reason felt a special kind of bond with them. And so they didn't want to really release that person. Now, this could also be talking about you regarding this person. You're not wanting to let this person go because you feel that, your hard times are ending, and that eventually, you're going to be able to have more stability with this person, and that this person's going to be able to offer you more, emotionally. And with the Knight of Cups coming out, do you feel this person wants to make up for the past and the emotional loss that they've caused you, and for this ending from occurring? They want to stop the ending from occurring, and they want to bring you this cup of love and make a romantic gesture towards you, whether that be communication or actually coming to see you. They do want to deal with you again, and they don't want you to release them. Let's get another Romance Angels card. Unrequited love. So this person does feel that you don't love them at this time, that there was not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. And I feel that, this is just karma. Roundabout is fair play. They're only feeling the way that they made you feel, because it's not to say that there isn't love or wasn't in this connection, but they made you feel unloved. You're definitely turned off by them if this card represents you at this time. And it was because of the way that they neglected you. They acted like they were turned off by you. So now you're reciprocating, but to the next level. You're reciprocating. You're making them feel that way even more than they made you feel that. You feel that way. All of the disconnect in the connection, their apathetic treatment of you, acting like they don't care. That really hurt your chemistry. And so your chemistry would need work. There would need to be a rebuilding period between the two of you, because we saw that this person does love you, but they've messed up pretty much, a whole lot in this connection. And so in order to get back on your good side, so that you can feel comfortable enough again with them to be intimate, they definitely need to put the work in, because this really hurt you. This has really just sort of destroyed what you thought the two of you were building when they treated you this way and made you feel unrequited. And now, this is what they're going through. Everything that they thought they knew, their beliefs around this connection, their pride about who they are as a person, this is all being wiped out, with this Tower moment. Devastation is occurring, and it was something that needed to happen in order to clear the way in the future for something better to come in, for you guys to move forward in a better way. Whether, you stay together, if you choose to take this person back or not, if you choose to continue to deal with them or not, and this upset, this major upset, was needed in order to teach lessons, and also just to teach lessons about not settling for less than what you're worth. And and also to reward you for going through this hardship with the opportunity and a chance for something much, much better. And that much, much better is something along the lines of the Two of Cups, which represents mutual love that your person is being guided to see they can have with you. Or to see that, that's what this was, and they didn't respect it. Another Romance Angels card here. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. So we saw earlier with the Sun card that their regrets have led them to see that, they were the only one having a good time, or, being selfish and taking care of their own needs and neglecting yours. So now they want to turn that around. They want to have fun with you, play with you, take you out, show you a good time, and basically bond with you in a way that's going to be, helpful to this connection. Reconnecting in a warm way. They do see that you are deserving of the nurturing that you tried to give them. They do see that you are worthy of feeling as free as this child does on the horse, and they know that you deserve this. And the Romance Angels are saying that to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and to shine. So that's one way that you can heal the chemistry in this connection, okay? So now, if and when you two, decide to continue with the connection. So they are being guided in that direction, and I think it's pretty much up to you at this point. So I want you to ask a question. I'm going to consult the Angel Answers cards. So if there's a question that you have about this reading or in general, go ahead and think of it. We'll see if Spirit allows the answer to come out for you. Wait. The Angels' answers are saying wait, and then yes wanted to pop out too. So for some of you, the answer is wait. For some of you, the answer is yes. And for a lot of you, the answer is both of these answers. So the yes card with an exclamation point is a resounding yes. So whatever you're asking about, is this person right for you? Is this reading accurate for you? The answer is yes, or whatever else you might have asked. And you're being guided to wait here for this person to come forward with that cup of love, as we saw earlier with the Knight of Cups. So it's up to you if you want to wait or not. It's just a tarot reading, but I'm going to read from the book on the wait card. Your situation is going to require a little patience. Your angels are not saying no, but they are saying not yet. Sometimes heaven needs a little extra time to make all the pieces fall perfectly into place. What you are asking for may have an effect on the lives of others. When that occurs, it can take additional preparation to make sure that everyone's needs are seen to. Be patient so that all who are involved can have the experience they're meant to have. Well, that's all I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that was helpful in some way. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you haven't already. For personal reading, information's down in the description box below. Have a good one.